Oh my gosh.
Now you do. Is anyone brain fried other than me?
Yes.
Me?
For sure.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. It's been a week. It's been a week for about 45 weeks now. Anyway, welcome to the 15-Minute Morning Show podcast. There's Froggy. There's Scotty B in the cereal library. There's Scary, who's shaking his head. Yes. There's Danielle in her basement.
Hi.
There's Gandhi in her boyfriend's apartment.
Hello.
House. And there's Straight Nate. You didn't say buenos dias when we started the show this morning.
I didn't have my headphones on, Elvis, so you may have called to me, but I was...
Never too late.
Buenos dias.
And there's Garrett. And
Hello.
there's, in the den, there's the one and only Dave Brody. Hi, Dave Brody.
Hello, Elvis Duran.
Well, here we go. So before we get going, today is announcement day. I have an announcement to start the podcast. Ready?
Yeah.
So I went to King's to do my grocery shopping yesterday. I was very nervous because the COVID rates are elevating, and I'm like, oh, get in, get out, don't get in near anyone, whatever. So I'm shopping in the produce aisle, or the produce section, and there's a woman shopping next to me. She says, "You're Elvis Duran." And, of course, I'm fully masked. I'm like, really? Oh. And she takes her earbud out, and she said, "This is really weird." I said, "Why?" She says, "Because I'm listening to your 15-minute morning show podcast right now."
Wow.
And I went, wow. I said, "You're listening to that filth while you're in the produce section?"
That's so crazy.
Was it yesterday's?
Yes, it was. Well, yeah. It would have been yesterday's. It would have been posted by then. And that was, yeah. Anyway, so I got really embarrassed. Her name was Mindy. Very, very sweet person. And thank you for your patience, Mindy. The thing is we say these things on this show, and then when you're confronted about any of these things in public, you're like, oh, God, I am a dirty bird.
Totally.
Yep. You're like, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So
The
sorry
worst for me
to anyone.
is when I'm around my parents' friends and they're like, "We heard you the other day saying blah, blah, blah." I'm like, shut up, Sally.
Yep.
Don't say
Yeah.
that in front of my mom and dad.
I love that your parents have a friend named Sally. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
thing.
they do. She's great, but she
All right,
snitches on me.
It's announcement day. Froggy, what's your announcement?
Oh, my announcement is so many people, for some reason, had been wanting to see like the gory details of my brain surgery because we had said that there were pictures from like an hour after the surgery where I still had like the ports hanging out of my head from the drains and all that stuff. And so I'm like, okay, you want to see them? Fine. So I posted them today, and people are loving it. They think it's like so cool. I'm like, I don't know that I think it was cool. It doesn't bother me because it's mine. But if you want to see them, it literally is like drainage ports hanging out of my noggin. It's on my Instagram at Froggy Radio.
Well, it's cool that you shared it with people.
Yeah.
No, I want you to see that if this type of thing happens, it's rough at first, but you can make it through.
Come on,
That's
Scotty,
also
look.
so important. Like, what a testament to science. Look what they were able to do to your head. And that was just an hour after they went in there, took a piece out, and fixed you. Like, that's crazy. I think it's awesome.
Modern medicine is amazing.
Yeah, it
Scotty
is.
B, do you have an announcement from the cereal library?
I'm dizzy. I could tell you that.
Stop.
My announcement is both of my children are COVID-free.
Yay!
They're both sick. They're both sick, and Nate is like, "Oh, I need to stay away from you now, like we do Scary, because their noses are running and they're not feeling well." So we had them both tested last night, and both of them are negative.
Oh,
Very
that's
nice
good.
to know.
Well, I
Very
still
nice.
don't want to get sick. I don't care if they don't have COVID. I don't want to get
True.
a cold or the
Stay
flu.
out of here.
Dragging these germs in here. You're worse than COVID Jones.
No.
That's
Nobody's worse. Hey, Brody, what's your announcement today?
Well, I've got two, but I'll give you the short one. My Twitter account is not for you to ask me leading political questions and then yell at me when you don't like my answer. So,
You know what? I can't agree with you more. Don't ask questions if you don't want to know the answer.
right, don't send me like, "What do you think of this?" And then when I tell you, yell at me because you don't agree with me.
Yeah.
Don't ask me. My Twitter is for jokes. Leave
Here's
me
the
alone.
thing. Brody, we've been around long enough. When someone's baiting you for a conversation, don't even answer. Because you know what they're trying to do. They're trying to be a fucking asshole. Just don't let them bring you down. That's right. You're being a fucking asshole by doing that.
Yeah, stay strong, Brody.
What's your second announcement?
On a lighter note, Scary and I always record the Brooklyn Boys podcast on Thursdays. But yesterday, he begged me to do it last night because he had plans today. So I made the mistake of telling my wife that I didn't have to record today, and I got a honey-do list. So now I've got to run errands at 4 stores, go shopping, pick things up. So lesson learned, when you get like a break in your action, don't tell anybody, so you get to keep that time to yourself.
Very good point.
Yeah.
Right.
I want
Just
to
let
hear Scary's COVID plans. What's he doing?
Let them assume that you're busy.
I know. What is he doing that he couldn't do the show today? The podcast,
Scary.
I should say.
Let's go to your announcement, Scary.
Come back to me.
Why?
What? You always have an
I'm
announcement.
still formulating one.
Well, no,
COVID
okay,
slows brain
but what
function.
are your plans today where you couldn't do the podcast today?
Oh, I have another podcast, my other podcast, Speaking Volumes, that I do with my
What?
friend Cher, which is now a video podcast.
All right. Danielle, what's your announcement today?
So living at home with your children, you get instant gratification. Like if something happens, especially exciting at school. So every now and then you'll see me go like this with my headphone. Because one of them has run downstairs to tell me something, and they go, meaning take your headphone off. Preston runs down the stairs. Ma, I got 103 on that test. And then he turns around and runs back upstairs. So I
good.
love that I'm home and I get this instant gratification. They get so excited to share things with me, and it's so cute, and I love it. So
Are you sure he
makes
said
me happy.
test and not temperature?
No, he said test. You got 103 on the test.
Temp, on my temp.
Calm your
Big difference.
Was
Hey,
it a
go ahead, Garrett. What?
sorry? Was it a 10-point extra point like extra credit question
Yes,
to get
I think
103?
the 3 points was the extra credit question.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So we'll go to you, Garrett. What's your announcement?
Well, I have banned a song from my house, and it's only been played 2 days in a row. My children have found out that Rebecca Black exists, and to hear Friday once is nice, but they like to hear it about 10 times. So right before I come on every morning, it's, can we hear the Friday song, because they sing it in school. So yes, I'm banning a song from my house. It is no longer allowed to be played under my roof. No more
Wow.
Rebecca Black.
So you've pulled the "I'm the father."
It's the first time I really did it, and I was like, oh my God, I'm turning into my parents.
I
But
can't
yeah,
blame
no,
It's
you.
good to be the king.
Yeah.
That's right. You're the king.
Banning music.
I'm banning
you
music.
communist.
Yeah.
Burning books, guys.
It's Rebecca
Burning
Black.
books.
You listen to it 10
No,
times.
hey,
mean-
man, I'm moving to his house. Hey, I'm saving Gandhi for last because I know she has a special one on the way. So, Straight Nate, what's your big announcement today?
I'm cutting my hair.
Well, no!
No, you told us you weren't gonna.
Day.
No,
How
Nate.
come? How
The
come,
day I get the vaccine.
Oh,
Planning-
so
I don't know.
you're gonna look like Dan from Dan and Shay. For, I mean, maybe
Seriously, like
longer.
Listen, I was having the conversation with Heather last night. She goes, "Are you higher risk because all your crap?" I go, "I don't think so, and I think there's people that probably need it more than me. But when I do get it, I can't deal with this. Like every morning, I got to put on this thing to cover. You know, it just like it's such a production, and I know this is such a high class problem for people, guys that are losing their hair, and I'm just like, I can't deal with all this hair. I'm sorry."
You keep it.
But not till the vaccine. So
Not
it
till
could
the
be.
vaccine.
It could be a little while.
I
It
got a
could
while.
be sooner than later.
What don't you like it, Scotty?
I don't know. You just look like a weirdo.
Scotty has such a conservative view on what people should look like. Like
I do
think I told you the first time he met my boyfriend, he was like, too many tattoos. He probably smells bad. I'm like, what?
Wow.
I will say, great, by the way.
I feel
thank
like I get less, not attention, but I just don't feel like I get as good a customer service with this thing.
Really?
Yeah, you walk around with a man bun, and your hair's all messy like this late in the day.
So
I don't
people
think people
do
take me seriously.
They perceive you differently than
Yeah.
who you were before the man bun, but
Yeah.
you're still the same asshole you were back then.
Exactly. In fact, Heather goes, "Hey, when we go out, could you do your hair?" I'm like, and I know, granted, I looked like this that day, but I mean, I was like,
Yeah.
You look like Uncle Johnny with top hair.
Yeah.
You look like Larry from the Three Stooges.
You do.
I'm still me. It's just my hair's different.
It's probably less maintenance, though, for you, to be
Oh
honest.
God, I want to get out of the shower in the morning. And just,
I love it. I
Yeah.
love your hair, but you do what you want to do. You do you, Nate.
You do you.
And finally, Gandhi, what special announcement do you have today?
Well, I don't know how special it is, but for me it was special. Today, for the first time ever, my sister called me during the show to address a topic that we were talking about.
Oh,
And
really? Oh, she hotlined you.
She hotlined me, and it gave me a heart attack because she knows not to call during these 4 hours. So I saw her calling. I was like, damn, answered the phone and walked away. She was appalled at Nate shaving his pubes in his backyard.
I can't blame her. She's
She
not
said-
wrong.
The fuck?
Yeah, we all were.
She
How
was
is
like,
that appalling?
Well, she said, why don't you do it over a toilet? There are so many solutions in your house to get rid of your pubis, and you go back into your backyard and you shave it out there. She was like, you need to tell him to stop that.
Okay.
It's insane. I was like, what? You called for this?
All right, I'm going to... The toilet thing, I've tried it. I've tried straddling the toilet. It gets on the rim. Yep. There's inevitably that one or two little pieces that fly off into the corner. I don't want pubes on my floor.
Does anyone else have the visual of Nate with his junk hanging over the bowl, shaving away with his legs spread? Oh my God!
Now you do.
Pubes on the ground. Pubes on the ground.
But it also makes
him like a fool.
Why doesn't Nate get a kiddie pool?
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
You gotta hose it out. No.
How do you save yours?
A kiddie pool's good. Just don't do it with kiddies in the pool.
I gotta be honest.
What's that, Garrett? What were you saying?
Well, Nate just the other day said he wanted to go in his backyard and jump in leaves. So hopefully you jumped in the leaves before you shaved.
You know what? This is a year-round thing. During the, let's say, winter when there are no leaves, you can just jump into a pile of pubic hair.
I think Nate is onto something here. I kind of want to come over and borrow your backyard because I don't have a good place to do it.
That's weird shit now.
If you want to do it outside, the best place to do it is to find a cornfield. I did that one time when I lived in Iowa because nobody can see you.
Cornfield.
Nobody can see you. I'm not an exhibitionist.
I know, but when you shuck corn, it already has hair on it. I don't want his
hair on it. This is a new service you can offer to people.
Can I say,
that is food in your backyard.
I did think about that because there's a vacant lot next door, and I'm like, I'll just go in the vacant lot because it's very brushy and very thick in there. And then I was thinking, like, okay, what if I get ticks or something while I'm shaving my pubes? So I just did it in my backyard.
Hey, if you open up your own business, you can call it Pubes Be Gone.
Hey.
And then you can just shave
If somebody wants to pay me $5, $10 to come in my backyard and shave their pubes, I'll supply them a razor. I'll give them a beard trimmer.
The neighborhood's going to love that.
Yeah.
Hey, so how much time do we have, Frog?
1 minute.
Okay, so I love the fact that we made our announcements today. I think that's good. You know, everyone has an announcement, and they sometimes just can't get to it because they're too busy, no one's paying attention. Sometimes you got to call a friend and go, hey, how you doing? I'm great. How you feeling? Good. Listen, I need to make an announcement. Even though it's just a one person, it gets their attention. It lets them know that you have something that's very important to you that you want to get across to them. It's not idle chat. It's I need your undivided attention. And that's what the announcement's about. Everyone should make announcements every day. There you go.
All right.
Thank you.
I feel better.
Yes. And I would like to come to your house, Elvis, to shave my pubes because there's no neighbors anywhere around.
Don't get near my house. Don't get near my house.
Froggy has the best backyard for that, though, by the way.
And Nate's going to a corn maze this weekend.
I have a lake and alligators. They don't want to see your pubes.
Go shave your pubes on the alligators. All right. Are we done?
Got a terrace.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy days are here again. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you next week on the 15-Minute Morning Show podcast. Bye.
Bye.